Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, we're doing a reading for January, February, March, even though we've come through a fair bit of January. Doesn't matter, we're still reading the energies. This is the first quarter of 2022. We're looking at love, we're looking at general messages as well. Because there's so much astrology going on pertaining to love, that will be the more information on matters of love. We will see what the cards say. Please watch your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mars, and your North Node if you are familiar with those placements in your own birth chart. All right, so Valentine's Day is just around the corner as well. So you can always come back and revisit the reading as it is pertaining to January, February, March, and see if things have played out, if we've been able to pick up on the energies. I'm doing the Divine spread, which is my own spread. So I know it's a very popular spread, that's why I'm using this. Yeah, that's about it. Let's go on to the readings. Thank you for your support, for liking, for sharing, and subscribing. Love to you all. Hello, dear Libra. How are you? This is Kathy from Divine Debut. Thank you so much for joining me here. Let's look at your 3 months moving forward. So January, February, and March. I'm doing a divine spread. So we shall see what's going on ahead of you. Okay, we're reading for the general public, so remember, do take the messages as they resonate for you. You can always watch your sun, moon, rising, your Venus, your Mars, and your North Node. For those of you that are watching this reading, remember that it is for January, February, March, but when I say the now position, the now could mean when you are watching this video. Okay, so we do have other people that have got their North Node in Libra watching this video, or their Venus in Libra. That is important for you. Venus is love, of course. It's money, it's values. Mars is action, it's energy we put towards something. Okay, it's courageous, it's our desires as well. So let's see, dear Spirit, for Libra, what does January, February, March show for Libra? Now we know in January we're still in retrograde Venus and Mercury. So lots of situations in January pertaining to past matters, old relationships. Let's see what Spirit is advising for you. At the foundation, we've got the Two of Cups. So this is something to do with the past. It's also how I see it. It's a seed that's been planted. So this is either a love, romantic connection, or it could be a partnership. And it's relating to the past. What is hidden from you? Justice. So some of you are wanting justice. Some of you could be dealing with a settlement, some sort of a divorce or legal matters. The Justice card there speaks to some sort of karma. It could be you that's going through something like that, or the other person that you're watching this for. Recent past, 10 of Cups. In the now position, 2 of Wands. And I'm using the Connolly Tarot, for those of you that are not familiar with this tarot. What is crowning you? So what's on your mind? Movement, 8 of Wands, messages of love, flight, travel, action towards something that you desire. Now it's this 8 of Wands, and we do have a fair bit of fire up here. Looks like those messages are coming through suddenly, unexpectedly. It's just like so much happening all at once. As you can see, those wands are falling from the sky. So it's something very unexpected and something that you're not not thinking that will happen. Okay, so it can be quite very much like a tower moment. That's what I get here, because even this Two of Wands, we do see two birds bringing that Ace of Wands. So, and we know Two of Wands does speak to, of course, decisions. And this is also the Two of Wands. It's someone that is looking at a decision pertaining to a partnership, to finding their balance, getting the harmony that they're hoping in their lives. So there's a lot to do with messages, news coming in, could be coming from a distance as well, if you are dealing with someone that is far away. Remember, these are Cupid's love messages. It could also deal with social media. What is the action and advice moving forward? We've got the World card, so that also speaks to someone that could be at a physical distance to you. The World card can also speak to a major cycle that is possibly ending. Okay, this is a card of success. Logically, Venus is being reborn, and Venus does speak to our values, our emotional happiness. It does speak to love connections as well. Possibly the outcome for Libra is the Ten of Pentacles. You've got a couple of tens here. You've got the World card, which is a completion. Two cards speak to completion. We've got a Two of Cups and a Two of Wands here. We've got a number 11, which is justice. If 11 in cardinal numbers is like a 2, isn't it? Let's look at possibly how the planetary alignments are helping or hindering you. So the divine position. We have Temperance, so Sagittarius is very strong. We've also got Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius here. Obviously Libra, we do have some water. Ten of Cups, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And we've got some earth as well. What's missing here? Well, we don't have swords, but we've got Libra. Libra is air. But we don't have any swords really to speak of our perception. Now, Libra does speak to balance, harmony, and other people in your life, your relationships. Temperance does speak to divine timing. She is pouring from one cup to the other. Temperance does speak to patience, healing. We have the King of Pentacles here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. King of Pentacles is a father. This is a business owner. King of Pentacles, very grounded, very stable usually, very dependable. A father figure, as I said, could be someone that has children, could be a boss. And we've got a King of Swords. Interesting, so we've got a couple of kings here. Now, the King of Swords is usually my Aquarius card. Doesn't have to be for all of you. King of Swords can also speak to someone that's ready to communicate, speak their truth. King of Pentacles is someone more very grounded, more about their values, very much about stability. King of Swords is someone that could be speaking their truth, maybe even going through legalities. This could speak to someone who wears a uniform, someone who's very much about their perception, logic, great intelligence. And I'm going to say both the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords are two people that usually do not show their emotional feelings. They don't show their emotions. They're very withheld where emotions are concerned. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. And we've got the Seven of Swords. Now, in the Connolly deck that I'm using, Seven of Swords logically speaks to stealth, suspicion, a thief. But in this deck, it shows more so that, you know, these swords, these 5 swords, which do speak to conflict, they're facing down, they're in the earth, which says that there's some sort of a detached energy, because the Two of Swords are up in the clouds. So someone is up in the clouds in relation to a decision, and it can relate to some sort of deception to do with the past, but they're making music more so than wanting to fight. It's more about wanting to bring harmony and letting go of any conflict here. Now, it's difficult to make a decision because there's a lack of clarity here, but someone is more about harmony than, they've put those 5 swords down, not wanting to be in a battle. And it's more about going with the flow and maybe even trying to figure something out in relation to a choice. Those Two of Swords can speak to a dilemma. What's beneath that? We've got the Eight of Cups. So someone waiting on information before they move on, leave a situation that did not make them happy. And remember the Seven of Cups in this deck here, they're on their own. So it's more that Piscean energy, which does speak to confusion. Now she's holding the Holy Grail, possibly receiving or maybe even connecting to spirit, receiving the information about what needs to be done here, to stay or to go. But before this person leaves a situation, because there's a lot of conflict and someone is wanting to move away from conflict, as I said before as well. 5 Wands could speak to discord within a family or a group situation. We do see someone sort of traveling, taking their wands, their desires, their conflict and moving away. It's like detaching from any form of challenges here, but looking for a new beginning, looking for information and trying to steer away from conflict. That's what I'm getting there. We know 7s are all about, turning a difficult corner. 7s are conflictual. Let's see. And the conflict, 7 is the Chariot, is it not? The Chariot does speak to matters to do with the past, someone's emotional security or happiness within a home, within their environment, feeling safe and secure. What's the karma dharma for a Libra? Karma dharma, January, February, March. What is Libra dealing with? And we have the High Priestess, so Pisces is very strong. This is the axis Pisces as well as Virgo. The High Priestess, again, a number 2, all about balance. You are trying to find your footing. Now, the High Priestess many times does hold a key, and a key is a solution or a resolution. The High Priestess many times could also speak to another woman, another relationship that's hidden, maybe that's forbidden. Some of you could be seeking guidance, seeking the wisdom in relation to maybe even a business around mysticism, tarot reading, anything to do with astrology, and just maybe even growing spiritually through these challenges. Some of you, yes, could be seeking wisdom from someone who is quite knowledgeable, a High Priestess, and I don't know if this is you, but the High Priestess we know is very, very wise, very much about knowing, very strong intuitive energies with a High Priestess. Remember, 10s are all about restart, so this logically is the Ace of Pentacles, so it speaks to being grounded, something stable. This could also speak to support from others, from family members, from people that you call family. It does turn into the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the seed is here, the Two of Cups, so it's all about balance, a new path opening. That's what I get here with the path showing in this card here, but also I see the infinity symbol. The infinity symbol, which means maybe you've been over this situation or dealing with something that's been reoccurring. Now, what you don't know is that someone's going through legalities. They're dealing with a karmic chapter in their life, and of course, this could be you. If you don't know where you're at, because I do see possibly that you will be going through a portal. A portal, so a door that opens. So there's lots to do with reoccurring themes, but also trying to find your footing, trying to balance out a situation. Let's see where you are emotionally. January, February, March for Libra. We have adjustments are required, third quarter moon. And we know quarter moons are never easy. It's like turning a corner. Third quarter moon, something is almost ready to complete. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces, so there we go. Full moon in Pisces could also be speaking to a completion or a chapter completing, could be with a Piscean. A full moon in Pisces this could refer back to September of last year, but I think more than likely in the time of Virgo, because a full moon in Pisces will be happening, I'll tell you exactly when, on September 10th, so in the Virgo season. That's where you probably be able to find your balance. There's the word, balancing out spirituality and practicality. Now, this could also speak to a spiritual union where there's a strong connection with another person that maybe has not become practical, real, hasn't materialized as of yet. It could also say that things that are going on around you are leading towards maybe an ascension process, towards a union, a divine union. And I'm going to say also a partnership, could be a friendship. We know that relationships are not only romantic. It's a time of looking at relationships in our lives that are of value, and partnerships pertaining to work as well. Now, full moon in Pisces, remember that Jupiter is transiting through Pisces. So Jupiter is bringing some sort of clarity, maybe even matters of truth. And Jupiter can also speak to matters of justice, or even seeing the truth after the confusion. And, Pisces can be very illusionary, very confusing with Neptune there. But Jupiter logically will bring the truth. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. And we've got a new start is coming, new moon. It does not say where, which area of the cosmos this new moon is in, which archetype, which type of energy, but generally speaking, a new start is coming. And remember that the 10s turn into aces. Let's see what the Lenormand has for Libra, the Lenormand, before I take more tarot. And I'll be taking some advice from the Wisdom of the Oracle and the Gaia Oracle as well. So if we're having a full moon in Pisces on September 10th, the new moon is happening in your sign. So the next lunation after that full moon in Pisces is a new moon in your sign, and that's your wild card for the year. That's when you're planting those new seeds. So let's see what's going on for Libra. We have the letter, which can speak to fast communication, just like what I was talking about here and here. This is Mercury in Gemini. Could relate to documents, emails, conversations, contracts as well. Okay, lots of information. And it's in relation to the Seven of Swords, which is there, the general energy. So the communication or whatever's going on, whatever is noted here or known or spoken about or communicated, is going to be some sort of a wish fulfillment. The stars are, it's a card of hope, it's a card of happiness. Okay, it's the Six of Cups as well, which Six of Cups is nostalgia, it's coming into balance and harmony. It can speak to any information pertaining to children or childlike energies. It is a 16, which is like the Tower that I spoke of before. And we have the owls, and the owls, it's the birds logically. Number 12. 12 is also the hanging man. So maybe there's some sort of excitement, even though it can speak to some worry, but it can also speak to gossip, finding out information of others. It can speak to figuring something out as well, something that was hidden that will be shown to you and communicated. So remember how I spoke of Jupiter moving through Pisces will bring you some sort of knowledge, some sort of understanding or truths. Let's see what's going on. And remember, the hanging man does speak to also maybe needing to see things from a different perspective, or seeing that there is an ending of a cycle, because Pisces is the 12th house naturally, which speaks to possibly ending a major karmic cycle, something that kept you in a state of feeling bound and imprisoned and locked up and not being able to move forward. But we've got a few cards that do speak to endings, okay, and completion. Let's see what's at the bottom. We've got the King of Wands here and the clouds, which do speak to Neptune in Pisces. So secrets being revealed, finding out about hidden information. This can speak to a King of Wands who's got doubts. Now, you could have doubts in relation to a King of Wands. King of Wands, which is quite insecure about moving forward. Now, King of Wands would be more linked to the King of Swords for me. King of Wands can be Sagittarius. We do have Sag here. Could be someone that's at a distance to you or from a different religion, different beliefs. Could be someone that's from a distance or even has got different beliefs. But number 6, which speaks to the clouds, I do feel that Jupiter will sort of bring some sort of clarity in relation to what was confusing or unknown for you. It can also bring up things that were hidden. Let's see what the wisdom of the Oracle wants to advise for Libra, please, Spirit, January, February and March of 2022. We have a 9 and a 7 is 16, and 3 is 19 and 6 is 25. 25 does equal a 7 again, which does speak to the Chariot. So moving house potentially, overcoming obstacles, making a decision and being in charge of making the changes that are necessary to move forward. What does Libra need to know? What's the advice for Libra, please, Spirit? And we've got 2 cards that flipped open, and they're both we've got in reverse, flexible. So here, obviously, someone has not been flexible. Number 19, which is Leo, the Sun. Flexible in relation to love, into romance, into children, into romance. So this does speak to fixed energies in the reverse. We've also got the never-ending story, which does speak to that infinity symbol, so a cycle coming back around, something never-ending, revisiting it again and again. Let's have a read and see what's going on. I'm going to read the flexible. And we've got a 37, which equals a 10. So it's an ace in actuality. And we've got another ace because 1 and 9 equals 10. So it's again, we've got two aces like 11 or like 2, let's say. Let's read the flexible in reverse, number 19. So the reversed message says, when you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose the access to growth and untapped potential and find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up, open your mind and heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. Spirit makes a great mediator. And if this is Aquarius and this is Taurus, they're both fixed energies, both fixed signs. And remember, we've got 4 fixed signs here: Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. But we've also got Sagittarius, which is mutable. It's more flexible. Spirit is saying, be flexible. Go with the changes. I'm going to read the never-ending story for a moment, number 37. I'm sure a lot of you are wanting me to read that. Okay. The Oracle's message says there is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all matter of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you and got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. Now, relationship message. Sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other, more complex reasons. Shame, fear of intimacy, and low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship. Consider how valuable this knowledge is, however. Right now, you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. Okay, so they're your messages. And remember, 2s always speak to choices. They also speak to having difficulty in making a choice moving forward. Let's take more tarot and see what's going on. What's this 2 of Cups at the foundation? As energies in the area here, as energies, we see that Temperance is advising that it's all happening in divine timing, okay? That you will find your path moving forward. You've got the ability to feel stable, secure financially, but also you're going through a purging process, and you're needing to discern, to see things clearly. And these could also be two very powerful people that are sent from the divine to help you on your way moving forward. What's this Two of Cups, please, Spirit? We have the Ace of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So this can speak to some sort of a truth or wisdom, maybe even potentially an ending because of third persons. Let's restart. This could also be other people in your business pertaining to a partnership. We know that the Ace of Swords, and I'm not reading reversals, is a victory card usually, but it can, if it was to be in the reverse, pertain to secrets or a lack of knowledge pertaining to three people or something around work. Could be a romantic love connection, a secret affair. Let's see what's going on in the hidden position with the Justice. We have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Swords, and we have the World card. You've got the World card twice. So something to do with something that is taking forever to come through. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is something that is being looked at, but it's very slow in coming in. So this Knight of Pentacles is holding this Ace of Pentacles, right? So it does speak to a potential new beginning, something stable. Okay, Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy, and Virgo is discerning. It's all about the details, sometimes too much about the details. That's what's probably holding this Knight of Pentacles in moving forward. Now, we know Knights are about action as well, but there's some sort of limiting energies here because of karma, because of physical distance, because we've got the World card here. And we could see like there's like boundaries around. The Eight of Swords are blocking this woman here, blocking a situation. We've also got another cycle, another circle here. That's sort of Venus is, we know that Venus has potentially started a new cycle in January. She's closed up an 8-year cycle and she's being rebirthed. So it can relate to possibly having success with closing up a major cycle, breaking free from anything that was limiting, because we know that Justice does speak to karma and dharma, needing to go through legalities, or just those divine energies of help or hindrance from spirit, I would say here. And remember that Justice is the first card that's come through, and also having a new moon, possibly a new start, a new moon, but also ending something that was unclear for you, or something that was deceptive, something that was maybe even unhealthy in your life. And also, I'm going to say, because Pisces is, it's very dreamy, it's very spiritual, it's not grounded, it's not based in reality. So I would say that the Virgo energy in your reading here is more about getting grounded, more about something becoming practical and real. Let's see, because you do end up with that 10 of Pentacles. Let's look at that 10 of Cups. And these are the cards that are wanting to come through. We have the 6 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. 6 of Pentacles with the scales. Again, this is like generosity or possible legal, a legal situation, an ending of a unhappy chapter in your life, something that was maybe happy, but then the 2 of Swords has come through, which is saying that there's a dilemma on whether to move forward, because there's obviously been an imbalance or a chapter that's ended here. Remember, it's the Ace of Cups, so possibly needing to fill your own cup in the recent past. Now, maybe, I mean, the 2 of Swords is a choice. Again, someone is protecting their heart here, and swords are all about thoughts and perception. Remember the 2 of Swords that are up in the clouds here. So a lot of confusion of not knowing what to do, to stay or to go, to move on or to stay where you are. Maybe there hasn't been generosity in the past and you were put in a position where you needed to make a very important decision. Now, this could be a person that you're dealing with. And remember, the High Priestess, I said, could be a third person here, or secrets, things that you will be coming into understanding. Wow, we've got 2 cards in the position here. We've got the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. So information that was hidden is coming through. You could be receiving that information through social media, through other people, and that will open doors. Remember, the 5 of Cups is, you know, looking towards the past, mourning those 3 spilt cups, but the 2 cups are still standing, which are behind you. And you are not aware that you possibly will come into justice, fairness, and into a partnership or relationship that will be more balanced. Let's see, because this is a door opening. Let's look at those 8 of Cups. I said 8 of Cups. Those 8 of Wands and the 7 of Cups just opened up here. So many doors opening. Possibly a lot of clarity after confusion through communication. There's the 7 of Wands as well. 7 and 8 of Wands. That's 15. 15 Wands. And that's 15 is the devil. It's fears of the unknown. It's karma. Maybe it's the right timing for the doors to open now, or to seek the clarity after the confusion, to receive the clarity after the confusion. Let's look at that World card in the action and advice position. So we've got a new cycle opening. There is the Fool. And there's the 8 of Cups, which I mentioned. Incredible. Incredible. Moving on to a new partnership. Maybe it's an old partnership where it had to go through an ending because of other people, other situations, because of blockages pertaining to family, pertaining to decisions. Remember that life is like, it's a domino. And Archangel Michael here, Temperance, says that everyone needs to be in the right position for the domino effect to play out, right? If one domino is not in place, then there's stuck energies. There will not be a completion. It's like needing to do things over and over again. Here we need to close up a major cycle. And if you've had issues with doing that, as I said, with 16 here, which is very much like a tower, I do feel it's all about timing. That it's the right timing here with, remember that the eclipses are happening on the axis Taurus Scorpio, which is saying that where there's been rigidity, and we did read about that in your reading from the Wisdom of the Oracle, the eclipses which are happening end of April and mid-May, which we're already in those energies, that will be the that will be spirit sort of, you know, putting those dominoes in order so that the potential situation will play out. Everything needs to be in order, and that's what I feel is happening now. So it's all about timing. It's all about changes possibly that are necessary, and for those to take that are involved in your story to take positions. We've got the Ace of Cups. Here it is. Here is the Ace of Cups, which stems from the recent past. Now we know the Eight of Cups is someone maybe needing to take a you know, a journey. Take a journey, travel, emotionally grow. And we do see an eclipsed moon here as well. Let's take one more on that Ace of Cups. We've got the Six of Cups. So there's the Seven Cups, which is here. For that, remember the communication. Seven of Wands does speak to needing to stand strong, take position, turn that corner. Someone is needing to put in the effort here. Maybe we've got two sevens here. Maybe someone needed to take action here to clear the air through communication. Looks like maybe someone was on the defense before. Let's see what these kings are about here. Let's look at the King of Pentacles. Who is this? And we've got King of Pentacles, we've got Scorpio. So Taurus, Scorpio energies here. The Death card does speak to this King of Pentacles going through major changes, a death process. Let's see what the King of Swords is all about. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So this could be in relation to, I don't know, if some of you are waiting on a King of Pentacles. If that is the case, it looks like they're going through legalities, and you know, let's even imagine that this could also be another side to you, another side of you. Why? Because we've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is the Virgo energy, right? And it does speak to someone that's single, possibly here, someone who, and remember that Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, which the King holds here, this is like a group effort, or this is what was missing here. We know that the King of Pentacles is usually someone who knows their worth. This is possibly someone that's giving you support as you're going through divorce. Now, because it's Virgo here and you are Libra, you could have planets in Virgo as well. Right? And also, I'm going to say as well that the Virgo energy, Virgo is very cerebral, but they are ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the left brain. We've also got the Aquarius energy, which is the right brain. So great intelligence pertaining to, I mean, this is the Virgo card and this is my Aquarius card. So this is, this could also speak to a very good team effort where we've got the logic. Now we're talking about the energies, if not people. We've got the logical side of the brain, so using logic, 1 and 1 equal 2, you know, and also that ingenious side of the brain, which is figuring things out, sort of, you know, breaking the code, breaking a code here. We do know that the Nine of Pentacles is someone that stand strongly on their own. They know their worth. So someone who is an individual that can receive now possibly the fruits of their labor, that could also speak to freedom. You know, maybe someone's been working towards freeing themselves up from an unhealthy situation, anything to do with legalities. Let's take one more. And we've got the Ten of Cups here. And possibly finding their happiness, because the Ten of Cups, it does speak to bliss. We've got Ten of Cups twice. And this could also speak to a restart. Okay, some of you possibly could be leaving an air sign. Could be an Aquarius that you are leaving. Or let's say leaving someone that was just very, very cold. Someone that was just, you know, not showing their emotions. Someone maybe even that used harsh words. Maybe someone that was very good with, very intelligent, but used their intelligence and their wisdom as a tool against you. But on another note, if this is someone that is helping you clear the air, what they're figuring out or what is being figured out, what is of great intelligence here is possibly bringing you a lot of happiness here. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. And we've got the Ten of Swords, another 10. Incredible. And there's the Moon. So seeing the truth after a lot of deception. And remember, the Moon does speak to Pisces as well as Cancer. We've just, you know, in January, we're having a full moon in Cancer. So I don't know if that is when something potentially was very difficult for you, because this is the darkest before the dawn, but it's also, it turns into the Ace of Swords. So you're coming back to the beginning. It's like you've done a cycle and you're coming back to square one, but maybe possibly doing things differently at this point. And there is a fair few swords in your reading. Let's see what Spirit has for you from the Gaia Oracle for Libra. Libra for January, February, and March, dear Spirit. Ganesha. Oh my goodness, that's the best card in the deck. Number 31, which equals a 4. Clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. That is beautiful, dear Libra. I'm so happy for you. Number 31. Ganesha, one of the most worshipped deities in the Hindu pantheon, has shown up in your reading today as an omen of good fortune. Whatever has thwarted your progress or prevented you from moving forward will soon be resolved. An obstacle is cleared and you are free to move on. Your plans are now able to come to fruition. Know that everything happens for a reason. The blockages you have faced were in fact a blessing in disguise, an act of divine intervention. Timing and circumstances were previously not favorable, and your efforts would only have ended in disappointment and failure. The path is now clear and the timing is right. Your stars are in alignment. Oh my God, I got the goosebumps, dear Libra. It is totally on point with your reading. Let's read the affirmation. I'm protected and guided by a higher power. When the path is blocked, I take this as a sign to wait. I give thanks for divine intervention. When the path is clear, I move forward with ease. All that occurs or does not occur is for my highest good. That is beautiful. So congratulations. Talk about divine intervention. Good luck, dear Libra. I hope that this resonated for you. I'm wishing you well. Lots of love, lots of light. I will talk to you soon. Thank you for sharing and subscribing and commenting. That does support the channel. And this is an exchange of energy. So thank you. Ta-da.